you kill for money, then what will you use the money for? Money is piece of paper. Money is piece of paper. You destroy life for piece of paper that does not have value. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Genesis 1:26 to 29. Hallelujah. Genesis 1:26. Hallelujah. Please, can you adjust this? Hallelujah. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowls of the earth, over the cattle, and over all the earth. Is it? And over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. 27. And God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he. Male and female created he them. 28. And God blessed them. Did you see it? And God blessed them. Which means the first thing God did when God created man was to bless man. In fact, when man opened his eyes from creation, the first thing he saw God blessing him. Can you imagine? The first thing man saw when he was created, he saw God pronouncing blessing upon him. He saw God commanding the blessing upon him. That was the first thing a man saw. The blessing. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, this is the blessing now. God is telling you, this is the blessing now. What is the blessing? And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the earth, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. So blessing is an empowerment to what? To be fruitful. An empowerment to multiply. An empowerment to subdue the earth. An empowerment to dominate the earth. An empowerment to increase, to expound, to advance in life. That is blessing. Did you see any material thing here? Did you see any tangible thing here? The blessing of God are invisible materials, but it generates tangible material. It can be converted. The area you think you are not blessed is the area you are not living in the blessings of God. Or in other words, is the area you have not been able to convert the blessing of God into reality in your life. That is the area you think you are not blessed. And you know the interesting about it? You can move from one level of blessing to another level of blessing. The path of the righteous is like a shining light that shines brighter and brighter unto the perfect day. What is he saying? Today, you are a graduate. You are blessed in that area. There is someone that is not yet a blessing, that is not yet a graduate, that is going to be a graduate tomorrow. There is one that is married today. There is one that is not yet married. There is one that has children today. There is another one that is going to have his own tomorrow. You see, it's in a different dimension. Some people are buying car today, while there are some people will buy their own tomorrow. Some people have built their house last year. Some people are building today. Some people are going to build tomorrow. You see the dimension of the blessing. But the issue is that in another 10 years, everybody that is listening to my message today would have been living in the fullness of the blessing. What did I say? You would have been living in the fullness of the blessing. That is why you have to be careful how you get it today. So that when tomorrow comes, when all the blessing has come, you will not start regretting. Because there are certain things you cannot go to and change. Make sure you follow the process. The process matters to God. What did I say? The process matters to God. It is possible to have children without marrying. You have violated what? The principles of righteousness and holiness. If every man and every woman have children without marrying, the whole world will collapse. The throne of God will collapse because the devil has taken over the earth. He has violated the law of righteousness and holiness. If everybody will become rich without paying tithe and without paying offering, they have violated the law of righteousness and holiness. Any riches, any wealth that is not built on tithe and offering is a riches of misfortune. Because it's violated the law of righteousness and holiness. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That thing you are trying to get is already, there is a time it will just come. There is things that come by time. Trying to force David to have beard now is a waste of time. When the time comes, he will go and buy razor blade and start shaving it. There are things that are already programmed in your life that will come naturally, supernaturally. We live supernatural. Our life is supernatural. They will come supernaturally. Trying to manipulate it now, you are destroying the future. You are destabilizing the ecosystem. Allow things to flow. Be patient. He said, through faith and patience, through faith and patience, the elders obtain a good report. Not only faith to know, through faith and patience, the elders obtain a good report. Be patient with God. What did I say? Be patient with God. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody. Be patient with God. That thing you are pursuing, it will come when the time comes. Or if you try to manipulate it, when the time comes for you to enjoy it, it becomes a curse. Hallelujah. Where are we? 28. And God, 29. And God said, behold, I have, God is trying to tell us, he wants to tell us how to live in the blessing. That's what he wants to tell us now. He has created man. He has blessed man. He has given man the blessing. Now he wants to tell you what you are supposed to do to live in the fullness of the blessing. That is what he wants to tell you in verse 29. Anything that is in Genesis flow throughout the whole gospel. You can't change it. It's internal. What did he say? Verse 39. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, indeed, which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed to you, it shall be for me. This is what he's saying about all those commands. He said, God said, this is how I want you to live your life. This is how I want you to enjoy the blessing. This is the principle behind all the success. This is what will make you to live in the fullness of the blessings of God. He said, is this one. He said, I have created everything. Everything you receive from me, you are going to be received. It's going to be in two. seed and fruit. What did I say? Seed and fruit. The trees I have given you, because everything you are going to eat will come from trees. No man has been able to mix two chemicals to produce food. It has never been done. Everything we eat comes from trees. Even the animal, they feed on what? On vegetables. He said, I have programmed it in a way that the trees has what? Seed and fruit. The seed is for you to plant. The fruit is for you to eat. What did I say? The seed is for you to plant. The fruit is for you to eat. The fruit is for you to eat today. The seed is for you to plant so that you will have to eat tomorrow. Did you know why people are poor? Because everything that comes their way, they eat everything. They see it as a fruit. They have no seed on the ground. They have no tree to produce. And now they are in a very predicament, in a very dangerous place. Because tomorrow, they don't know what tomorrow holds. They have no fruit they have no seed on the ground. They have eaten everything. That is why there is so much poverty in the world. What is that fruit? What is that seed? 10% of your tithe. That is your seed. He said, every income that comes your way, take 10% out of it and plant it in the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God will last forever. As long as you plant it there, it will reproduce. He said, for the fruit, 90%, enjoy it. Feel free. If you like, you can save. If you like, don't save, enjoy it. But Christians are eating everything. The money you receive this week, where is your 10%? What you work, where is your 10%? Many of you have eaten it. You are broke. You have nothing to put tomorrow. When I was preparing this message, I see, when you go to that churches, you see people the way, okay, they remove all the money that here. I was so happy when I saw people running to drop money, to sow seed, because of what that minister has said. Those are people that have future. Sorry to say, it's not a cause. They are planning for their future tomorrow. They are planning for they are planting. That is what they are planting. That plant, they have put it into their future. It can never die. There is nothing they can do now to retrieve that money. I already collected it. And what you sow, that money must reproduce. Otherwise, God become a lie. God can never be a lie. God can never be a lie. What you planted it to be, it might not come when you need it to, but it must surely come. Because God owes no man. But you ate everything. As I was planning this message, I saw some of you. You are putting one leg in town, you are putting one leg in the village. And I'm very, very sorry. You are putting one leg in town, you are putting one leg in the village. Because there is no seed. You have eaten everything. All what you think of is your stomach, belly, food. You must eat everything today. Keep on eating it. And greatest challenge is that those people always do that. When the time comes, they will always say, this person did not help me. This person did not help me. Who helped them? If everybody is like you, who will help the other? Only 10%. Some of you are in this church have never paid 10% of their income. Whether it's their salary, whether it's their allowance, whether it's their anything. Nothing. Whether it's what they work for, nothing. If you are in this church, you are not paying tithe to this church, you do not belong here. You are a passerby. It's everywhere. If you go to Redeem, you will do the same thing. If you go to Salvation Ministry, you will do the same thing. If you go to Christ Embassy, you will do the same thing. If you go to Dominion City, you will do the same thing because it's the same you. And you will always be moving. No church is good. It's only you. The issue is, how can I give my 10%? The church already have. The pastor already have money. He has car, I don't have. He has, you don't see the church is very fine. So let me just go. Why others? If everybody does not bring tithe and offering to this church, will this church be open today for you to be blessed, to hear this message? Will it be open today? The biscuit your children are going to eat today, somebody bought it. The water your children are going to drink, somebody bought it. This message is for all of us. Because I am trying to raise a church that are not like me. Ask my younger one. They said I am they said they don't know whether my brother, I don't know what they call me, because the way I give, because of the way I sow. Go to Capital Church. Pastor Charles, when he was alive, he called me one day. He said, tithe are not free. You will just, every January, everything that you get, you have to use wisdom when you are giving to church. Pastor telling me, he said, you have to use wisdom. I said, Pastor, this is the wisdom of God. It's what I'm doing now. Today, we are not owing anybody here. 6 years in ministry, we have a church of about 200 seaters. We have a car. Our road is tied. When we were East-West Road, that was when East-West Road was tied. When we are on this road, that is when this road is tied. 6 years. Go and check churches. We have break record. Despite all, we are not just talking about one thing. That is the issue. Because we don't have 200 people now, we are not blessed. No. I have you. I have you. I have you. I am blessed. One with God is majority. One with God is majority. Some churches that have 200 members, that have 1,000 members, that cannot do what this church is doing. So which means it's not by number. Yet we want to have numbers. We already sent some. Lucky is already in Bayelsa. There is already a plant that is being opened here. There. We are not waiting for anybody. I've told him. Now he's doing feasibility report in Bayelsa. How we are going to open a church there. We are not waiting for anybody. Think we are waiting for your tithe? What did God do to Elijah when there was famine in the land? He used raven to feed him. Do you know what is a raven? Raven, when they give birth to young one, they don't feed their young one. It's so selfish. That is the bird God decided to use for you, so that Elijah will not say, it is my power. Or anybody that will hear it later will know that God can change anything for his good. He used donkey to talk to Balaam because of his madness. He used donkey. He opened the mouth of donkey. Donkey spoke to him. The first time somebody has to, because of his madness. Because he has refused to listen to the voice of God. He said, no problem. So, he said, I will build my church, and the gate of hell shall not prevail against it. Where does the gate of hell start from? When you receive your money, you don't pay tithe. You have started at the gate of hell, fighting against the church. Because God created that 10% for him to establish his church on earth. You are taking it to yourself. You have become a God for yourself. You have formed yourself as the gate of hell. Hallelujah. Don't say I am not blessed. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Psalm 3:8. Psalm 3:8. Hallelujah. Today is just introduction. The blessings of God. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Salvation comes from God. But what did he say? Thy blessing is upon thy people. The blessing of God is upon thy people. Who are his people? Anybody that have accepted Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. The blessing of God dwell in his spirit, in the personality of the Holy Spirit. So the blessing is on you. What did he say? Thy blessing is upon thy people. What did the last one? What does that one mean? He said, pause and meditate. He said, think. So the blessing is upon you. If you are not, don't say you are already blessed. You are already blessed. And the blessing is in the same measure. There is no difference. He did not give this one different. God, he does not, there is no partiality in God. It's the same. Salvation is the same. The blessing of God is the same. Both man and woman. But the difference is how we activate that blessing. The difference is how we walk in the fullness of the blessing. Hallelujah. 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 Deuteronomy 30:19. Deuteronomy 30:19. Hallelujah. I call heaven and earth to record these days against you. And I have set before you what? Life and death. Blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose what? Life. Choose what? Blessing. Choose what? Success. He said, I have said before you today, life and death. Blessing and cursing. Success and failure. He did not stop there. Because man is a free moral agency. You have the power of choice. He said, I love you so much. I have decided that I want you. He's the one that said the exam. He said, I want you to choose life. I want you to choose blessing. I want you to choose success. How do you choose it? How do you manifest it? How do you tell the whole world that you are choosing life? How do you tell the whole world that you are choosing success? How do you tell the whole world that you are choosing blessing? By walking in it. Obey simple rules and regulations. Simple. When you wake up in the morning, say, God, thank you for the blessings of God upon my life. Thank you for my wife. Thank you for my children. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my church. Thank you for my country. What are you doing? You are telling God that you value the blessing that he has placed upon your life. And you go out to work. You see another man that is known. You dip your hand to what you have and give. That we are not saying 10% or it's not your own. Anytime money enters your hand, no, 10% is this one is not my own. This one belongs to God, so it's not negotiable. So when you start playing with it, you are playing to go with your destiny. Is it God that is suffering? Is it God that is poor? Can you tell anybody in the world, is there any way you can publish that God is poor? With all the abundance that is on this world? If you are broke, you are the only one that is broke. Oh, you are the only one. I'm not broke. You are the only one. I'm telling you. It's only account that is broke. Because you have refused. You are constantly violating the principle that God has set for you to live in. I have said it. Money. Money is my servant. It's not my master. I have settled it. I will never destroy life to have money. Because the essence of money is to beautify life. Because money does not give life. It does not. Now, everybody that does not have money is poor. No. Money is the easiest thing to get. Start to the give people. Start to give. Start to the spread the give. You that do not give 10%, can you give to another person? It's not possible. You see, the problem is that the money I am getting is not enough for my family. That is where your problem is. The day you change your mindset that God own belongs to God, and you give God and say, if I perish, I perish, then you will see the difference in your life. As long as you start taking what belongs to God, as long as you start playing to both with what belongs to God, as long as you start playing with your destiny, God blessed Adam. He blessed him. He gave him everything. Put him in the Garden of Eden. The next day, what did they do? The one that he asked him not to eat, that is the one that is sweet. That is the one that can give life. That is the one that can open his eyes. He went for that one. The one that he has set out, he refused it. He rebelled against God. He lost the blessing. Genesis 9:1. Hallelujah. Genesis 9:1. What did he say? And God blessed who? And his sons. And said unto them, what did he say? Be fruitful, multiply, and replenish. Was it not the same blessing pronounced on Adam? Adam had deactivated it by his rebellious action. Now he had chosen another man. Who don't now he want to use? Noah. What did he start with Noah? The blessing. You have deactivated the blessing of God in your life. What did he call Esau, who has no respect for his birthright? What did he call him? A fornicator and a profane person. What did he mean? A dirty person. A dirty person. And he called him a fornicator. He called him a fornicator. People lost their blessing. People cannot account for their blessing because of sexual immorality. Nothing destroys visions. Nothing destroys blessing like in sexual immorality. You open yourself to every kind of sickness and disease. Anything become vulnerable to Satan. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. This is the blessing. This is the blessing. You are blessed. The area you don't have now, the area that is not working now, look at it. Start working towards it. The area that is working, what did you do to make those things to work? Apply the same principle to the other area now. They start to work. They will work. They will work. The only one that is sure that will not work is when you are playing. He said, whenever the children of Israel serve other idols, what did God do? He abandoned them. Don't play with idolatry. Don't play with idolatry. That is why there is so much poverty in Africa. Almost every home in Africa has an idol. Now that you are born again, run away from them. What did Moses told Aaron? He said, you have made my people to be naked before God because of what they have served the golden calf. Keep away from idolatry. Keep away from sexual immorality. Give God his 10%. Even if you don't do any other thing, just watch and see. Time will work on the other things. I'm telling you. time will work on the other things. As long as you are violating these three principles, well, one thing that keeps some people is that there are certain things they are violating. They are praying seriously, and the blessing is already there. If God delivers it into your hand, you will start preaching that principle. Even keep on violating that principle. God knew. It's the day you just change that principle, you decide to follow it, the blessing will just land. Because if He allows you, you will destroy yourself and destroy others that believe in you. That is why the blessing is hanging. The angels are keeping it, waiting. These three principles. Don't play with it. Bill Clinton said, Bill Clinton, the former president of America that ruled America for 8 years, was an orphan. You are saying it is my father, it is my mother, it is my dad, that is why I'm like this. It's not, it's who you are. Your father born you poor. Does it mean that you should remain poor? It's an orphan. There is no father, no mother. Orphanage home. He said, I want to become the president of America. He was asking his friend. He said, you don't see that the family of the Kennedys, they have produced about 4 or 5 presidents. Go there. Go and find out what they did to become president. He went there and said, what did you do? He said, well, it's simple. Anything that comes to my hand, I give 10% to the orphanage home. He said, I got it. Everything that enters his hand, as we are talking today, 10% go to the orphanage home. Did he become president? He ruled the America for 80 years. If it was possible for America to change the constitution, they would have changed it for Bill Clinton. We went to Komu Oil Estate when we were in the university for excursion. It's the biggest and the largest and the oldest oil industry, palm industry in West Africa. We asked him, what is the secret? He said, every palm tree we produce, the first palm head, we don't cut it, we leave it for birds and for squirrels. What they don't, these people are not, they don't want to follow the Bible, but what are they practicing? The principle of the Bible. And you are in the kingdom, you are not practicing it. You want God to bless you. It's an abomination. It can't happen. What God will do is, if you refuse to change, you will live in poverty. All the blessings, keep it for your next generation, because it will never take what belongs to you. Be there. I cannot tie to the church. You have called the whole week. God has given you the bread and given you everything. 10%. What is 10%? After all, maybe most of the people that don't pay tithe, they are people that are earning 10,000, 20,000. How much is your tithe? How many the change that run now for 1 hour to how much have we paid? I bought 3,000 naira where today. You are enjoying it. It's somebody's tithe. Because when I see what is happening in other churches, I have to say this. How they come out when you see anything. Now our television, they've stolen it since for the past 2 weeks. This is my television I brought from home. I did not have enough money to buy another one. Can any one of you buy it? One of you can raise up 150, can buy it. I want people to stand up. And I'm not saying stand up. After this thing, you bring money. Let's buy television. So that by next Sunday, because I will not bring this television next Sunday. This is my television in the house. I'm changing some of the principles. I'm not bringing this television next Sunday. We'll get this from this thing. They stole this television with 150. We need 150 to buy it. Somebody 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira. Anything less than 10,000, don't bring. Just keep it. Just keep it. When buy is complete, buy. It's not everything. Is that how to raise a church? I'm making you people to be poor. I don't want it. Somebody came to this church. He came on his own. And the next Sunday when he's coming, he brought money. He said, I'm sowing it into this church. I said, which church? He said, for this building. I said, the church is already built. He said, yes, I want to be a part of it. That is a man that is ready to conquer the whole world. You can't hold him. Me, even if I did not bless him, God will bless him. I don't need to like him. He has already activated what is good. King David built the kingdom, built the entire kingdom, expanded the kingdom of Israel to the four corners of the earth. Everything is now in place. Then King Solomon came, married 700 wives and 300 concubines. God said, even if I'm not believer, can he do this? He taught the kingdom. He gave him only two kingdoms, the kingdom of Judah and Benjamin, because of the covenant he had with King David. Otherwise, he would have taken everything from him. Go and check the Bible. That's Herod betrayed Jesus Christ. Did God say, he has hanged himself? What did they fight? Immediately they start, what did they do? They make another one, Matthias, to replace him. If you do not take your position, people will take it. They will take it. You think it is waiting. He will give you time. He will say, now I have given you time. Push you aside, bring another person in. The kingdom, I will build my church, and the gate of hell shall not prevail against it. Keep your tithe to yourself. Tithe yourself. Keep your money. Golden Throne Instrument Church has come to stay. It's a generation, man. The blessings of God is generation, man. If we outlive everybody that is here today, that one is already guaranteed. Hallelujah. This is just introduction. When we finish, we are going to look at what is the real blessing. What are those that are living in the fullness of the blessing? I saw a man called Jerry Savelle, Pastor Jerry Savelle of America. He's the one that really triggered this message. We need to listen to this man. Do you know what he's called to preach? The blessings of God. Anytime you hear his message, either he's talking about the blessings of God, living in the fullness of the blessing, or he's talking about the power of the blessing, or he's talking about the power of favor, or and you know what? He has been in ministry for the past 60 years. No, he has been married for the past 60 years. He has been in ministry for the past 50 years. Are you getting it? He has sons and daughters who are now ministry. He has 7 airplanes. Out of that 7, he only bought 1. He has a church in America. He has a church in Canada. He has a church in South Africa. He has a church in Australia. He has a church in United Kingdom. How do you see that man? Where did I start from? His family life. He's been married for 60 years with 1 woman. Has sons and daughters who are ministering with him in the ministry. That's what I said. Now he has a church in America. He has a church in Canada. He has a church in South Africa. He has a church in Australia. He has a church in the United Kingdom. He has 7 airplanes. What can we say about that man? That man is living in the fullness of the blessing. Those are the kind of ministers I listen to. I pattern my ministry after. That is what I want everybody that is listening to this message to start thinking about. Not just the plane, but I'm telling you what he has. That is why I mentioned all those things. But it's a part of it. What does it cost for you to fly a plane? You can have 1, you can have 2, you can have 3. That is living in the fullness of the blessing. What did I say? Living in the fullness, which means what you really need to understand is this blessing. Because if you understand this blessing, everything will be in place. That is why I'm going to take the message 3 times, part 1, part 2, part 3. So that when I finish, you start breathing blessing. When you are eating, you start seeing blessing. When you are walking on the road, you start seeing blessing. Then you will start living that blessing. Hallelujah. Another man that is living in the fullness of the blessing, because where I went talking, that is the place where we are going to, and people are already there. Kenneth Copeland. One wife, many sons and daughters, even grandsons. He has been ministering now for almost 60 years in ministry. He has churches in US, Canada, South Africa, Australia. These are most of the area, all the other part of the continent. He has given out 29 planes. One of them he has given to Bishop David Oyedepo. That is the one I know. He has given to Jesse Duplantis. He was the first plane Kenneth Hagin fly. He was the one who gave it to him. He has given out 29 planes. He's living what? In the fullness of the blessing. Those are the kind of people I look at. Beautiful marriage. Beautiful ministry. Before any other thing. Hello? Hello? Those are the people I listen to. Those are the people I listen to. Those are the people that inspired me. Those are the people. So those are the spirit I'm carrying. I see them in dream and vision. They speak to me. There was one time I was sitting in a parlor. Pastor Kenneth Copeland, Pastor David Oyedepo, Bishop Oyedepo, Pastor David Adeboye, Pastor Benny Hee, Pastor Chris. All of them came. It was Benny Hee that told me. At that time, I was afraid to go into ministry. He said, when we were called, that was the same thing we feel. You are thinking of how God is going to feed your family. He said, that was the same thing we felt. But now, we are almost at the end of our ministry. And you are going to play a pivotal role in the next move of the Spirit. And that is why we have come to tell you today that you should not be afraid. That you should go into full-time ministry. Has God taken care of my family today? Pastor Adeboye of Redeem. His wife is always by his side. Have you ever? There's no clash. It's already that. Beautiful marriage. His children are pastors. Both sons are daughters. How many places does he have now? Is he up to 2 or 3? He has built a university. He has churches in every country of the world. If I say I'm one of the richest men in the whole world. Not in terms of money. Because anywhere I go to, I already have a home. Which person will the Pastor Adeboye come and if he come to my house now, in fact, I will gladly sleep at the corridor for him to sleep in my bedroom. Because when he leaves, even that bedroom, if that bed sheet, I will not wash it for one more. Hallelujah. Why? He's living in the blessing. Everybody with the blessing. Any man that is blessed has brothers and sisters. A failure is an orphan. Don't identify with it. And anything that will make you to identify with it, run away from it. Don't do it because other people will benefit, other people will not benefit. In fact, if you are living, other people are not benefiting from you. What is the essence of your living, of your existence? My wife and my families and this and that. You're only giving to your wife because it's your wife. If the doctor said your wife can no longer have sex before he died, what will happen? The next day you are forming another family. Because you are greedy. You are doing it for a purpose. Give to others that will not be able to compensate you. Then we understand that you are a giver. Your children is carrying your name. That's why you are giving to them. You are working for them. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Be a blessing. What did God say to Abraham? I will bless you and I will make you a blessing. That is the purpose of our existence. I will bless you and I will make you a blessing. And you will become a blessing to the whole world. That is the purpose. That is the purpose. Everything is around blessing. Bishop Oyedipo. He has been his ministry is, I think it's about 39 or 40. 39. His sons and daughters are in the ministry with him. His wife, in fact, is a bishop. What is the other bishop that is Abioye? He saw his transfer his son and others. He now asked Abioye, well, he said, I'm the one that transferred them because that one is more powerful than Bishop Oyedipo, that ministry. He said, the day you transfer my wife, I will go with her. That is, he does not, I used to tell you, he cannot live without. He said, anywhere you transfer my wife to, that is where I will go to. He has how many planes? 3. He has built how many universities? 3. If you listen to the word that he preaches, you will know that this one people are talking about is anointing oil. It is the word that is giving you. All this anointing oil are fake. It is his word. He has the word. The word is called to preach supernatural faith. Go and listen to his message. 3 universities. He has churches all over the world. He's blessed with one wife for almost 40 years. In fact, his wife should be, because he was married before he started the ministry. That these are people that are living in the fullness of the blessing. They are our forefathers. We have to study them. What makes them to be rugged? What makes them to live in the fullness of the blessing? Those are people I listen to. They are complete. What do you mean by the fullness of the blessing? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let me just read one verse and we'll close. Hallelujah. Oh. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I didn't put it here. Apostle Paul was saying, he said, I am coming in the fullness of the blessing of the gospel of Christ. I am coming in the fullness of the blessing of the gospel of Christ. So we can live, if it's in the Bible, we can. And we have seen some people that are living in it. And we can live in the fullness of the blessing. That is why this message is for you today. This is just introduction. We are going to look at the invisible materials that make up the blessing. And we are going to look at how it has translated into tangible reality in the life of people. Hallelujah. 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 Are you blessed? Are you blessed? Did you have something to, did you take something home today? God has told us that the purpose of creation is for you to be blessed. God created you to be blessed and for you to be a blessing. That is the main purpose why God created you. And he has told you how you can live in the blessing by giving you your fruits and seeds. And said, plant the seeds and eat what? The fruit. Take 10% and plant in the kingdom of God. 90%, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Then, you that is married and have children, you are blessed. You that is not yet married, you will soon marry. You that married are expecting children, your children will come. You that do not have a car, you will have tomorrow. You that have not built a house, you will build. You that have bought a land and looking for money to buy, to build it, money will come. It's one level to another level. But the issue is put the process in place. Activate the blessing that is in your life. The issue that what will come is a lie. Put them in place. Put them in place. You want to go to university, you are not reading. How do you want to enter? One of the principles we have then in the university was, you read as if you do not know God. As if you do not pray. You pray as if what? You don't read. So when it is time for prayer, you pray. When it is time for reading, you read. When you join them together, you can't spend one than one. How can you write jam twice? How can you write white twice? What are you doing? As you are reading, you are praying, you are sowing seed. Tithe. We don't want. No one is not discussion. We don't discuss that one. That one is not a thing. We don't talk about it. It's something that I don't touch. It's something that no, I don't touch it. We don't go there. We have settled that one a long time ago. So we have put that one aside. Now seed mean the word of God come forth, I run, put my seed. I saw seed just now. I see people, this family. So, this family has children, man and woman. I sow seed when I know that they are in difficulty, even sometimes when they are not. I tap into it. When I'm giving the seed, I connect it to my prayer. I sow seed into salvation. I sow seed into redeem. I sow seed into living faith. What am I connecting it so that my ministry will be greater than all of them? Whoever you obey, you'll be greater than. Elisha obeyed Elijah. Elijah performed 7 miracles. Elisha performed how many? 14 miracles. Solomon obeyed David. Just think of all the, whosoever you obey, you are greater than. When you see some ministers, you see some people, they cannot even obey simple minister they are onto. They start casting, talking. No. You know you are in this ministry. You know how I respect other ministry. When you see anywhere they are talking about man of God, leave there, I have told you. People that are blessed are finding it difficult. All of those that are cursed. Let's enjoy this blessing. I want to see children that will come from this church. When you look at them, they will be like an angel. From head to toe, no spot in their body. People that are going to be born from this church. Why? Because of the blessing. Because we are enjoying unlimited grace here. Hallelujah. Stand up, let us pray. Hallelujah. 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 Every man, every woman that is here is what? Is